Good evening, you're watching News Mongolian World. I'm your host, Ulaanbaatar. And for top stories, Cabinet announces decisions on education and technology at its regular session. The 7th meeting of the Asia-Pacific Parliamentarian Forum on Global Health was held. And Japan Airlines inaugurates first ever Tokyo to Ulaanbaatar flight. And for the news, stay tuned. During its regular session on August 23, 2023, the Cabinet of Mongolia unveiled a series of decisions aimed at revitalizing the education system and enhancing technological services. These decisions encompass reforms in secondary education, technical and vocational training, the establishment of a new council, and the involvement of the private sector in information technology services.
One of the key resolutions pertains to the re-establishment of secondary schools affiliated with 6 state-owned universities. This move aims to diversify and develop secondary education in specific regions, clarify the status of university-affiliated secondary schools, and enhance their accessibility. Under the resolution, secondary schools will be reorganized based on branch institutions in both Ulaanbaatar and local areas. This strategic shift will not only provide clarity regarding the status of these schools, but also enable the creation of education services with a focus on in-depth natural science content. These, in turn, will contribute to producing citizens with scientific knowledge, fostering research aspirations, and meeting the country's demand for skilled engineers, teachers, and specialists in natural science. Furthermore, the Cabinet's decisions envision the evolution of technical and vocational education training institutions. Through these resolution, measures will be implemented to bolster the governance and training quality of local vocational and polytechnic colleges. Notably, a program will be initiated to gradually relocate students from major professional programs of universities to rural areas. This move is expected to enhance educational opportunities in remote regions. Collaboration between local polytechnic colleges, universities, and branch schools will improve training, research, and industrial internships, bridging the gap between education and the needs of industry. In addition, the establishment of a National Education Council marks a significant step towards promoting a collective and accountable education policy. This council, chaired by the Prime Minister, will facilitate the implementation of education policies that embrace shared responsibility, public-private partnerships, and intersectoral coordination. It will be expected to uphold democratic and humanistic values in curriculum and teaching materials. The Cabinet also turned its attention to information technology services, approving a resolution focusing upon leveraging the private sector and non-governmental organizations. The Minister of Digital Development and Communications will oversee the establishment of criteria for the national software supermarket system, while the Minister of Finance will coordinate purchasing procedures in accordance with relevant procurement laws.
The 7th meeting of the Asia-Pacific Parliamentarian Forum on Global Health under the theme Building Primary Healthcare for the Future was held in Ulaanbaatar from August 21st to 23rd. Over 70 delegates, including its parliamentarians, speakers and ministers from Asia-Pacific region, participated in the meeting. Established in 2015 with support from the World Health Organization, the Asia-Pacific Parliamentarian Forum on Global Health is a platform for parliamentarians to exchange ideas, build political goodwill, strengthen capacity, and foster collaboration towards sustainable actions for health. It is open to the 30 countries comprising the member states of the World Health Organization Western Pacific region and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. The WHO Western Pacific Region Office serves as the Secretariat. Parliamentarians play an essential role in health. They enact legislation, approve budgets and mobilize resources, provide oversight to ensure government accountability and transparency, be accountable for national implementation of global commitments, and foster participation for constituencies. The forum embodies WHO support to member states in achieving health under the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals through a whole-of-government approach. The 7th meeting of the Asia-Pacific Parliamentarian Forum on Global Health under the theme Building Primary Healthcare for the Future was held in Ulaanbaatar City from August 21st to 23rd, 2023. A meeting of parliamentarians of Asia and the Pacific countries on global health issues is held annually, and this year's conference was presided by the Speaker of Parliament of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. Though in the last 20 years the average life expectancy has increased and maternal and child mortality has decreased, in the future due to environmental degradation, urbanization, population growth, and changes in population spread, some complications to meet health targets need to be expected. Inequitable access to primary health care across the region continues to negatively affect health spendings year after year. Therefore, at the previous regular meeting, countries agreed on the need to update and redefine their policy of providing primary healthcare services to their citizens and approved the strategic document known as Strengthening Primary Healthcare in the Western Pacific for the Future. Objectives of the 7th meeting of the Asia-Pacific Parliamentarian Forum on Global Health include: first, provide up-to-date evidence-based entry points and pathways to strengthen PHC policy for the future based on the regional framework on the future of primary healthcare in the Western Pacific. Second, invite and share parliamentarians' country-based experiences to champion and support PHC reform through their core functions leveraging local opportunities. Third, present and share innovations in promoting of PHC, including technology and financing models and partnerships addressing challenges in PHC. Fourth, consider and share opportunities for parliamentarians to promote PHC beyond the health sector, including through partnerships at the global, regional, national, as well as local level. The meeting of the Asia-Pacific Parliamentarian Forum on Global Health is a platform for parliamentarians to support cooperation between parliamentarians in sustainable actions on health issues, exchange mutual experiences, and jointly solve health problems facing the world. Parliamentarians play an important role in strengthening international partnerships by addressing health priority issues as part of their primary duties of enacting laws, approving budgets, and overseeing the implementation of laws. This platform was created in 2015 by the National Assembly of the Republic of Korea with the support of the World Health Organization, and now more than 30 countries have joined as members. Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
Japan Airlines recently introduced its inaugural flight connecting Tokyo with Ulaanbaatar for the first time. The launch marked a significant milestone in air travel, offering a new link between the two capitals. The new route not only facilitates travel, but also presents opportunities for increased economic and cultural exchange between Japan and Mongolia. The introduction of this flight reflects the growth of international connectivity and highlights the potential for further collaboration between the two nations. Mongolia has officially designated the years 2023 to 2025 as the Welcome to Mongolia period. This initiative aims to promote the nation's unique culture, heritage, and tourism opportunities on a global scale. During this designated timeframe, Mongolia will showcase its diverse attractions and extend a warm invitation to visitors from around the world to explore and experience the country's rich landscapes and traditions.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Here's the international news from our partner agencies. The US has announced additional sanctions against Russia due to the involvement in the war in Ukraine, while Ukraine called for Russia's removal from the UN Security Council on Thursday, citing its forced removal of children from Ukrainian territory.
Not the behavior.
After the meeting, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, joined representatives from Albania and Ukraine to speak to reporters in her capacity as the U.S. representative.
Today we mark the 32nd anniversary of Ukraine's independence. And I want to congratulate the ambassador, and I want to congratulate the Ukrainian people. Their courage inspires us. But what should be a celebration is marred by one man, Vladimir Putin, who for a year and a half has tried to beat the Ukrainian people into submission. But Putin has failed. He failed miserably. The Ukrainian people have bravely fought to defend their freedom and democracy and culture. And that is something that is worthy of celebrating.
In a message directed to Russian President Vladimir Putin, Thomas Greenfield called upon Russia to cease its attacks on Ukraine and its children, address global hunger, release American citizens Paul Whelan and Ivan Gershkovich, who have been wrongfully detained, and put an end to its senseless war of aggression once and for all.
Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine is about Ukraine's future, and there is no future without children. We will continue working closely to return every deported Ukrainian child and hold every Russian war criminal accountable for every war crime committed in Ukraine. Accountability is inevitable.
Well, you know that land routes have already been used, but they can never provide the tonnage, the capacity that was available through the Black Sea. And this attack on the Danube port just shows clearly that Russia has no intention of allowing food to get to the world's most needy.
On Thursday, Ukraine commemorated its second Independence Day since Russia's full-scale invasion. Officials vowed to continue their fight to expel the Kremlin's forces while local people remember their fallen loved ones.
Ukraine is fighting for its land, for its right to decide about its future. But we must not forget that Ukraine is also fighting for the just cause and for preserving the international rules-based order. The consequences of this war go well beyond Ukraine, affecting every corner of the world. And we call on Russia to stop the weaponization of food and to resume the Black Sea Grain Initiative as soon as possible.
The national holiday coincided with the 18-month milestone of the war, casting a somber mood over the commemorations. This holiday arrives amid ongoing fighting and considerable uncertainty as Russia persists in its assault on Ukraine grain facilities.
The Danube port just shows clearly.
Here's the weather forecast of world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you next week with more news and updates. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.